Creature Discomforts dialogue. Is Ron permanently addled? Let's find out. Okay, now moving on to part 2 of Creature Discomforts. So I made the mistake of going through this once already without even pressing record. So let's go again. Intro. Harry. I sent a few auras undercover to investigate Dorian Fungsbury's tip about magical creature poachers in Cape Town, South Africa. They're still investigating, but early reports seem to confirm a rise in black market activity in that area. There's been no word on the unforgivable, however. Hermione. It's quite possible they aren't involved at all. But there's enough circumstantial evidence to the contrary that I still think is worth pursuing. Constance. I agree. Even if we don't find the unforgivable, at least we'll make the world a safer place for magical creatures by shutting the market down. Harry. I just hope we don't waste time that we could be spending restoring Ron's memories, though you haven't been able to so far, or searching elsewhere for the unforgivable, pursuing a fruitless lead. Not that you have any more leads, so might as well do this one. Hey, Harry. You have no other leads, and you've not been able to do anything with Ron, so, you know. Constance. If this surge is another warning from Grim Foley, perhaps he'll be able to clarify a few things for us in this second wave. Or literally anything. Don't know anything. Baby Trot. Ron. Harriet. What's that smell? Hermione. Hermione, Ron. I'm Hermione. And what you're smelling is probably residual musk from the mountain troll Vanderbilt we've just returned. Ron. I think I've smelt it before in a bathroom? That can't be right. Why would a troll be in a bathroom? Why do I vaguely recall dropping its club on its head? Hermione, you remember facing Professor Quirrell's mountain troll? This settles it. Some of your memories have definitely returned. But how is that possible? Kit Gerard and Flavius Flint went multiple months without any sign of memory recovery. Could the Vanderbilts themselves be the key? Well, we never know because you lost the two, didn't you? They're stupid. Can't do anything right. Baby Chinese Fireball. Hermione, I just can't seem to wrap my head around what the Unforgivable's goals are. Adversaries would lead you to believe they're interested in bringing back the Death Eaters and pure blood supremacy, but this business with magical creature poachers and black markets, it doesn't quite fit with what we've come to expect from them, does it? Constance, you said it yourself, there's no guarantee this dodgy activity in Cape Town has anything to do with the Unforgivable. Give a bubble. Hermione, true, but I can't think of any other logical explanation for why Grimm would draw our attention to beast poaching and not once but twice. Perhaps Grimm really likes animals. Constance, perhaps our problem is that we keep comparing the Unforgivable to groups like the Death Eaters or Grindelwald's army. Perhaps rather than some shared ideal, the Unforgivable's reasons for grouping up are more practical and self-serving. Satchel, fire grab, jewels, and shells. Harry, the aura I assigned to Cape Town just sent me now. According to them, dealers are putting together an underground auction full of illicit goods like these fire grab jewels and shells. Unfortunately, they're having a difficult time uncovering when and where this auction is taking place. Seems the organisers are being extra cautious and secretive about the details. Constance, that's to be expected though, isn't it? Since Grimmer first alerted us to the rise in illegal beast trading, the ministry has helped shut down quite a few black markets in Indonesia. It's only natural they're a bit spooked. Hermione, an auction like this is bound to attract all sorts of dark witches and wizards. If members of the Unforgivable are among them, this could be a good opportunity to corner them and take them into custody. We have to be there. Baby Graphorn, Constance, greyish purple, a humped back, scaly skin. Baby Graphorns have no right being as cute as they are. Makes me ill thinking about how they and their parents are hunted for their horns. This feels familiar, like rhinos. Honestly, how do poachers stomach hurting creatures the way they do? Once I cried for an hour because I accidentally stepped on my cat's tail. Baby Thestral. Harry. Historically, Thestrals have been stigmatized as omens of misfortune and death, but in recent years, attitudes towards them have improved, partially due to the Second Wizarding War. So many witnessed death during the war that more people than ever were able to see Thestrals. At first, their spooky appearance only exacerbated the problem. But as activists launched new outreach programs to combat those misconceptions, popular opinion about Thestrals softened. They are slowly but surely starting to be seen as the brilliant creatures they are. When you witness death and tragedy, your worldview changes. But Thestrals are proof that it's not always for the worst. The mysterious note. Here comes Grimm. First piece. Harry. Constance, what's that scrap of parchment in your hand? Constance, something that, when pieced back together, will hopefully provide some insight into this surge. The Calamity spat it out just now after we returned to that last Fanduel. Insert Fanduel you just returned in here. Harry, I recognise that handwriting. It's definitely Grimm's. I've agonised over his petitions to reopen the investigation into the London Five's disappearance enough times that I know it anywhere. Damn, Harry, you got big lungs. It's Constance. So Grimm has tried to send us a message? Now we just have to find out what it is. The fifth piece. Constance. We managed to recover about half of the note now, but it's looking more like a page from an arithmancy textbook than a message. Can you make any sense of this, Hermione? If in doubt, always ask Hermione. Hermione, it's probably a ciphered message, not unlike the one we received back in October. I should be able to decode it once we found the remaining pieces. Constance, but why bother to conceal the message at all? If Grimm wanted us to read this, wouldn't it have been much simpler to write a normal letter? Hermione, I can only imagine that he was worried that it would fall into the wrong hands, and trusted us to be able to decode it. Constance, no matter what the contents of this note are, let's keep them close to the chest. If Grimm felt it prudent to keep it discreet, we should too. Final piece. Hermione, thanks to the team recovering the last few pieces, I was able to decode Grimm's note. Turns out it's a set of coordinates as well as a time and a date. I went ahead and looked the coordinates up. They point to a warehouse in the port of Cape Town, South Africa. Not far from where Dorian Fungabury said the magical creature poachers were spotted. Constance, I bet my one that's the location and date of the black market auction. If we infiltrate it, we might be able to detain a member of the Unforgivable. I bet you won't. Hermione, nope. Harry, let's keep our expectations in check. We don't have proof the Unforgivable are even involved. Still, this is a promising lead. I'll put a team and plan together. Hermione, I only pick those you're positive you can trust, and reveal only what's absolutely necessary. Harry, I have no idea where Grimm is or how he got his information, but I'm certain he had a good reason for coding it. The end dialogue. Hermione, welcome back. Ron's been asking about you. Well, he's been asking about Henry, but he means you. How did the raid on the black market in Cape Town to go? Harry, it didn't. There you go. The location indicated in Grimm's note was deserted. If an auction had taken place there, it was long over by the time we arrived. How could this have happened? I don't know, a mole, and you're generally useless. Hermione, four possibilities come to mind. First, that we misinterpreted Grimm's note, though that seems unlikely. Second, that Grimm misled us, either intentionally or accidentally. Third, that someone pretended to be Grimm and wrote that letter to trick us. And lastly, the traders were warned about our plans. Harry, as much as I don't want to believe that someone we know is a traitor, I must admit that all of these could be plausible. So what now? We may or may not have an informant for the Unforgivable in our midst, and have no way to restore Ron's memories. Hermione, actually, I might know how to solve both of our problems. I can't explain how just yet, but you'll have to trust me. Okay, and that's the end of our dialogue for these events. The Creature Discomforts event. So, yes, it's a bit of a dead end, but the next one is really good. So the next brilliant event after this one, we actually get an answer for once. We actually get somewhere in the story. So it's actually quite good. So the next one is really good. This one's a bit slow. Yes, it has cute creatures in it, for those who like cuteness.
All right. Take it easy.
Storyline doesn't really progress anywhere, but say next one we will do, so that's good. So if you're interested in the storyline, there's also Taskforce Times.news, has it in text. If you enjoyed this and other storyline spoilers, don't forget to hit the like thingy bob. Also subscribe and hit the bell on the channel to be kept up to date. We'll also be doing the vlog for the Rowling event as well, so there's that. If you want to see me attempt all the tasks and make a cock up, because I always make a mistake somewhere along the line, or even though I should know better, then those are the videos for you. There's also at the Zealman on Twitter for any up to the minute updates. Taskforce Times.news has quick event reference stuff as well, so tasks for events and stuff are always on there, and the event calendar and everything else, and dialogue from the past events, and a registry that's actually accurate. because this one isn't in the game. So yeah, that's about it really. Oh, as a bonus thing, I'm actually £83 towards getting a new camera for vlogging. Hopefully you're going to get GoPro at some point in my life, like a higher end one. So thanks to your donations for that as well. I say, with a little young one, I can't really spend money on like camera equipment for a hobby. So if you'd like to see me in glorious 4K doing vlogs, then feel free to donate on Ko-fi.com. The link is in the doobie below. Say no pressure. It's just if you fancy doing it, then that'll be much appreciated. Anyway, brush up on your spells, get your ones ready, visit tonight.